YouTube, what's going on? It's just me, Ty, bringing you another video. Yesterday, the OG map dropped, and I can't lie, for once, COD got it right. There was no bugs, there was nothing. It played so smooth. I played for 11 hours, and man, I had so much fun. But if you want to get the max frames, if you want to get the best settings, this video is for you. I'm here to help you make sure that you get the best frames, make your game look amazing. So let's get down to it. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So there is my settings. Let's just get down to it. Display mode, I have full screen exclusive. That's how you're going to get the max frames. It is the best. I see a lot of people doing borderless and windowed. No, you want to do full screen exclusive. I've got a Samsung Odyssey monitor. I got a 4070 Ti Super. Max frames that we got right there. We're gonna go. I'm playing on a 1440p. My max refresh rate is around 240. Then right here, gamma, you're always gonna have 2.2. Now, here is a little thing that I think makes a little bit of a difference, gives you a little bit more frames per second. On the Nvidia Reflex, I play on it depends on your PC. I know some people play on plus boost, it'll give you a little bit more, but I just play on. It makes my PC run a lot smoother. That's just me. Let's see, VSync you always want off, and then custom eco you want custom, then custom frame rate you want unlimited. Let's see here, pause. Nothing really. Biggest thing I would say taken away out of this is HDR. Make sure that you have this off. It is important. Do not have this on. It messes things up. It just does not look right, and you will get low frame rate. I promise you that. Now let's go to quality. I got custom. I got 100 off. Fidel Cast. Make sure you put it on Fidel Cast. I know a lot of people might try, a lot of this, but the best thing is Fidel Cast. Then what you're going to wind up doing is I've got it on 75. It depends on what your PC can handle. You can go all the way up to 90. It just depends on what your PC can handle. Honestly, I've got mine to 75. VRAM scale, I got to 75. Variable rate shading, I've got that turned on, and that has really, really helped me. It really gives it a little extra boost. Now, for details and textures, this all depends. If you want the best frames, if you want to get the high frames, you want everything low. I know some people are going to say you want high, medium, but if you want the max frames, you got to put everything pretty much low. You can pick and choose a little bit, but if you have a 5080, 5090, 6000, whatever, if you have a high-end PC, then you can get away with it. I have a 4070, so it's a little give and take at times. So texture, I got very low. Detail qualities, I've got low. Resolution, very low. Bullet impact, you want this on because you want to see the bullets. You want to see that. Let's see, shader qualities, low. On demand texture stream, minimum. Now I have seen some people use optimize, but like I said, it just depends on your PC. I got it at minimum. Then on top of that, local texture streaming quality low. Shadow quality low. Pretty much, it is self-explanatory. Off. Low. I'm not really too worried about reflections. I'm trying to get the max frames. I'm not looking in a mirror reflection. I'm not looking at that. We're wanting max frames. Everything else right here, like I said, off, low, off. Not worried about the water and the weather, the water quality. We're not worried about nothing like that, man. We're here to get the max frames and get that slight advantage. Let's go to view. Field of view, I got 120. Now, it depends on your eyes, honestly. It depends on your eyes. If you feel like you can't see and you feel like it's just not right, you can drop it all the way. I've seen people go as low as 110. It's just what you want. Me, I played 120. It feels great. I've played that for forever, and so it is very, very. It's what I do. Field, you want affected, because independent, it's gonna like zoom in. You don't want it. You still want that broad view. Weapon view, you want wide. You don't want narrow, because it's gonna zoom it in. You just don't want that. You want wide. You want to see everything. Vehicle default, motion blur. Make sure you turn this off, please. There's so many people that I go into the streams and I see just a blur, and I'm like, man, turn it off. So make sure you turn that off. Same thing with weapon motion blur. Turn that off. Third, that's not this really. Now this is up to you. This is up to you. It depends on what you want to see. You want this off? I know people like it on. Like it just depends on what you want. I've got it off. I don't need it. It's just I don't need a like it says, displays a low light black effect instead of a bright white flash. So you're pretty much, the screen's just going to go black. You don't want that. At least with the the white flashbang, you can see just a little bit. But like I said, pick what you want. Now let's go to controller. I do play on a controller, scuff controller, best controller, paddles. So input, I got a controller, button layout default, because I do have paddles in the back. I don't really take my hands off the sticks, just off the simple fact of the paddles in the back. Let's see. I've got right now I'm playing on 1.1. I'm upping my sensitivity a little bit. I don't have off, no swap, controller vibration. For the love of God, make sure that you turn that off. Please, God, turn this off. Turn it off. Now, dead zone inputs. I have no problem with stick drift. Have no problem with that. I did something stupid a couple days ago when I was doing the glitch in zombies that you all have probably heard of. I was ranking up some things and it's got a little bit of stick drift. So I turned that thing all the way up to like 16, 17. And, I didn't have no stick drift, but I was playing yesterday and I was like, man, why is this so slow and laggy? Like I couldn't move. I had this thing all the way up to 16. I think it was 16 to 20. So this is my input. I'm probably going to go a little bit lower. Right now it's a 6 and a 5. If you get up to like 12, 13, 14, 15, it's probably time for you to get a new controller, to be honest. But everyone is different. Some people like stick drift. I don't have no problem with stick drift. I don't care. It really doesn't matter if my controller moves a little bit. I'm perfectly fine with that. Let's go to aiming. Standard, target aim assist on, ADS aim assist on. Really, you don't really need to do anything here. You really don't need to do too much here. The multiplier now, you can go in here and change some of this stuff. You can. I don't. I just leave it the way it is. It's perfectly fine for me. I have no problem with it. Let's go to movement. Sprint assist. I got tactical aim, sprint assist. Now, big thing. Make sure that you click the show more button, because at default, I want to say it's at 100, maybe 100 to 150. Crank that thing down to 0. So you have zero, delays, because we all know that split second that you have that delay is when you're going to get sent to the gulag or get sent out, back to the lobby. Assist on mantle, I got turned off. Crouch assist, I got turned off. Corner, I got off. Now this is a preference for you all. I like hybrid because I can tap to slide, and while I'm tapping, I can hold the sprint input and then I can dive. I think it's the best of both worlds. Now, it does take a little bit of time to get used to, but once you get that, man, I'm trying to tell you all, it is the best of both worlds. It's an amazing. It's just once you get it, you'll thank me. Trust me. Sprint restore, I got that on. Slide sprint on, parachute automatic behavior off. So when you're falling, if you got this turned on, it catches. It catches at a certain level, and then you're a sitting duck. Especially now where you can get shot out of the sky. Everyone's jumping out of the plane, you're dead. So make sure that you got this turned off. That way you can get to the ground quick and get looting and get those kills. Mantle cancels. I got off. Advanced settings. So here is the movement advanced settings. I got toggle for my attack. Off. Ground off. Single tap sprint on. Underwater I got free. And then sprinting door bash. That way we could just go through the door and whoever's in there, it's, lights out. Vehicle, but we ain't really going to worry about that. Now let's go to combat. I've got aim down sight. I've got hold on toggle, ADS plus down for, tack stance to move all of that. This is one that, like I said, this is one that you can, pick how you want. I like the body shield. I like to troll people. I like to act a fool. Just depends on what you want to do. If you want finish move only, body shield only, it just depends. Me, I like the body shield. I just like to mess with people. It's so fun. That's just me. Then plate, I like to apply all C4 once at a time. That way I can throw, boom, throw again, boom, and we're out of there. Let's see. The advanced settings. I've got short weapon. You want instant. My bad. I don't know why I did not have that on there. That's weird. Let's see. Prioritize. This is like when you go and you pretty much like you're prioritizing. You're tapping. Sprints, cancel, reload, off. Akimbo behavior. So when you do have your akimbos, you have to push the left and right trigger to get them both. Instead, you can push one and then they will be both paired. So make sure that you also change that. Then on top of that, that's pretty much all on, on my controller. Let's go to the audio next. All right, so here's the audio. I do use ArtTune. Shout out to Artist War. He is the one that actually has hooked up my OBS and hooked up everything. Shout out to him. He's a GOAT. Make sure you go give him a follow. And also, if you want the ArtTune, make sure that you look up Artist War on YouTube. It'll give you a full tutorial of how to do it. It's step by step. It's easy. It's amazing. Okay, so I got the ArtTune, Treyarch mix. Now, I've heard other people say, like, hold up, Sucker Punch. I've heard Home Theater. From what Art was telling me as of right now, things could have changed. He's coming out with a new video here in the next couple weeks. Things could change, but as of right now, Treyarch mix is the one that I do use. Mono off. Everything else I have turned off. There is one thing that he did say that you can turn off to make it sound a little bit better. You can turn off the hit marker and it will make, a less clutter. Now, I like the classic hit marker, but give that a try. If you are using the tune, give that a try. Let me know down in the comments what you think about that. Voice chat, shoot, push to talk and whatnot. Then we got this. We've got the game HUD. Make sure that you put it to square. I'm tired of seeing people that don't do it. It's got this little round map, and when you can have a square, because let's be honest, the mini map is your best friend. You have to look at that mini map. It gives you all types of information. It's literally more important than your gun. It's more important than a lot of things. It should be number one. You can see there, once you pop a UAV, you can see where they're at. If they're shooting and they're not using a suppressed weapon, you can see where they're at. That mini map is very, very important. Okay. Then you got the map rotation where when you're moving and everything. I've got the horizontal compass. One big thing that I would say. All right, guys, last thing, the color customization. I've got mine on try. This is the best one in my opinion out of all of them. This is the best one. These are just the color settings for that. Then on top of that, the color filter, I got filter 2, color filter target, I got both, and then I've got 100 for both world and interface. These are my settings. Like I said, you ain't got to do all of them. Pick and choose what's best for your system and your PC, console, whatever you're on, and I promise you, these will help you as much as they help me. I get my max frames per second. I love y'all. See you soon.